Good, man. Good, good. Now I want to know the history of the aesthetic of the band. I have a little bit idea of how born this aesthetic, but I want to hear it from you.
Okay.
Um, I know it happened with the release of Black Walls, right? And from there,
Yes.
the band not only had an aesthetic change, but Avatar also had a musical change that was crucial, in my opinion, for
Yes.
Avatar to be what's it today. How was the idea of the band aesthetic born and developed?
Well, so it's for us, it always starts with a song. So the musical change led to the visual change. And the music, by the time we start to do Black Walls, we were for a while there as a band kind of depressed. And it's stupid to say now, but like I turned 24 and I had a life crisis. I felt so old. Um, and I think it was because so many friends, the friends who wasn't trying to make it with a band,
Mm,
when you're 24, that's the first round of friends who went to study, that they finished the studies, they got real jobs, and someone bought a car or whatever, you know.
yeah.
Um, so first time seeing that, oh, they are grown-ups now, and here I am sitting and nothing is happening with my life. That was the feeling for a while there. And
Mm,
then we felt that me and John, we were really down. We had been in the studio working on a song and it was shit. And we went out for a beer. We kind of started to talk about what else we can do with our lives if we wouldn't be in a band and all of that. And we
mm,
kind of quit the band for 15 minutes, but we sat there quietly. And then was the song, it became a B-side on Black Walls, the song, oh my God, what was it called? Dying to See You Dead. We had the riff for that. And like, and I don't remember who said it, if John said it or I said it, but one of us said, you know, but it would be a shame if we didn't finish Dying to See You Dead. You know, that's a good riff. And that was like, I was thinking the same. And then we had a reunion party. So we were just
mm,
out of the band for 15 minutes alone in a bar. And but that kind of that was like a big reset in the brain. Like, but okay, what if this is our last album?
mm,
Think about it. If this is our last album, what are we gonna do? What would you do if you don't get to do this ever again? And that kind of made us really shape up and take it very seriously on getting it exactly the way we wanted it at the time. And that mindset helped the music a lot. Simple as that. And
mm,
then we were always, because we started so young together, but there was always wanting to do something special with how it looked and everything around it. Yes, but we hadn't really figured out exactly what. We had tried many things, and it was while trying this that we did a photo shoot where I was in a lake of fire, and the fire was done. The pyrotech was a freak show, sideshow guy, Bryce Graves of Hell's Poppin'. And afterwards, we're friends. We have toured together and stuff. But he did that. He lit me on fire, and then
mm,
he showed other things he could do, and it was just so cool. So John was like, "We have to make a music video with that. How
mm.
long will he stay in Sweden because he's American?" And we heard and did it. And in that music video, I needed to look in a way that would fit the video, and we figured I could be a scary clown,
Mm.
And so just doing that, but it felt like, oh wow, this is what the music looks like. Because that was a hard question. That is a very strange question, but it's an important one for band.
Mm.
What does our music look like?
Yeah.
And Avatar, we're not circus metal, but I don't know what that is, but we are a metal circus. And we
Mm.
always were. And that fell into place. And from then we have also just kept going, kept being creative with that, with as we found ourselves.
Cool, man. Cool. I love it. I love the aesthetic of the band, really. Uh,
Thank you.
Besides of the aesthetic, something that also I like about Avatar is that don't have limits when it comes to making music. I mean, we can
Mm.
find in this new album songs with influences from a lot of places, like the glam rock,
Yeah,
obviously death metal, heavy metal, group metal.
yeah,
In my opinion, a little bit of R&B in the song Train, I think.
yes.
How does Avatar make such versatile records? I mean, because each song has his own identity, you know?
Well, thank you for saying that. And it's a couple of things that goes into it. One thing is the mantra of saying we never want to write the same song twice. We just want to do, want to try, at least try to make something different every time to serve that purpose. It's just, that is, comes from, a lot of it comes from the passion we have for this music, is that because metal gave us everything that I didn't get from my mom and dad, I got from heavy metal in life. So we have heavy metal to thank for everything. And as such, we want to do the best with it that we can. And the best we think we can do is to add something to the conversation, not just copy something that was already said. So that's what we try to do. And then as music people, we are interested in a lot of different music things in metal and outside of metal. And we want to find ways to put a bunch of stuff that we like in there. It's just how we are. And also that we don't worry about the avatar sound, There's certain things. We have guitars in mostly in B standard tuning, sometimes drop A, sometimes opens tunings and stuff, but very low range guitar stuff, from the death metal world, the kind of music we started to play when we learned to play, but still with a sound where you want some clarity, and it's kind of treating B-tuned guitar as E-tuned guitar, that approach. We like when it's groovy, we like when you can move to it. So, but beyond that, what I learned from being a big Beatles fan and also a big Queen fan, and if you look at what they always did so many different things, but Beatles always sounded like the Beatles, because they are who they are, and you cannot run away from yourself. So we don't worry about it. Like, it's us. If we make a metal album, and it's the five of us who came up with the songs and played the songs, we're not talented enough to sound like someone else. We are stuck with sounding like ourselves no matter what we do. So we just do whatever we want, and it will sound like Avatar. Just like, with Queen, another one bites the dust, Bohemian Rhapsody, I Want to Break Free, Show Must Go On. Very different songs from very different years in their lives. Everything sounds like Queen because
Good.
they are who they are. So we apply that logic to ourselves.